Hello and welcome to the section 1 version control and the terminal. So, what is version control? What it is used for and what makes it so useful? A version control system is a system that tracks and records changes to a selected group of files over time. So, that previous versions of those files can be retrieved easily in the future. Changes are recorded along with the extra information, such as the date and time that they were made, who made those changes, and a message explaining the intention behind the change. A version control system, a version control system can be used to track any kind of files such as images or text files, but they are most commonly used to record the changes made to code. Throughout this course, you will be using code files as examples to demonstrate how version control system works. If you're working on a programming project and you make a change that introduces a bug, can use a version control system to return your program to a state whether that bug had not yet been created in the code. You could then easily track down which changes you made that had catched the issue and fix it. In addition, if you make a mistake and accidentally delete some code or even some files that files that you realize you need to get back, you can use your version control system to retrieve those easily. All of this can be used locally on your computer, or it can be stored somewhere on the internet in a remote repository. We will explain remote repository later in the course. What this means is that you can easily use a version control system to keep track of a project you are working on alone on your computer to save you when you make mistakes. Or it can be used as a way of collaboratively sharing the code with other programmers. This allows developers to collaborate together on the same code from different machines. These are many implementations and types of version control systems out there for you to use. In this course, we will only be covering Git. We chose to do this as Git in one of the best support and fully featured implementation of a version control system. So the version control system is developed in 2005 by the Linux community, and to create their own version control tools that would be used on Linux kernel project. So due to the enormous size of Linux kernel, the new system has to be fast when handling large set of files. It had to be simple. It had to allow for non-linear development paths. And it had to be a fully distributed. We will explain how it achieved each of those criteria as we progress to the course. The three main features that set it apart from other VCS in the version control system implementations are the way it stores data about changes to files, branches, and how they enable non-linear development paths, and the fact that almost every operations is local. Git stores data about track files as a series of snapshots as opposed to most other VCS systems that store the set of changes made to file over time. Git basically takes a snapshot of sorry Git basically takes a snapshot of what all your files looks like at a given time and stores that. But if a file has not changed, it will simply store a link to the previous version of the file to save space. So this made Git more like a mini file system with a tooling built on top of it. Branches allows users to collaborate. Branches allows users to collaborate on the same code base at the same time without constantly getting each other's way. They allow developers to work on features independent of the other contributor being made to the code base and allows them to add their features to the main code base when they are ready. We will talk more about branches later in the course. Another great feature of Git that is result of its snapshot styling storage in that almost all operations are local because you have a full copy of project on your computer all the time. All the changes can be carried out. All the changes can be carried out in without connecting to a network. You need a network connection if you need to collaborate with other people. Now that we have explained a little bit about Git and why it's useful, let's move on the next video. In the next video, we will discuss about installations of Git and configure it. Thank you.